Hello and welcome to Artigan Flight 001. This is your captain speaking. If you are traveling through another dimension, you are in the right seat. A dimension not only of sight and sound and mind, but a journey into a wondrous new vibratory frequency. We'd now like to tell you about some important safety features of this aircraft. The most important safety feature we have aboard this aircraft is your attention. Please buckle up, everyone. It is going to be a thrilling ride. Hello, my loves, and welcome to Psychic Astrology for this week, covering May 3rd, Monday to Monday, May 10th, 2021. I am your Madam President of the Artigan and your favorite witchy Auntie Natalie, spelled Natalee. All right, lovelies. Really what I'm getting for this week ahead, this is just going to be a week where we have to sort of, 10 toes down, steely, the iron ore to get through the very last stretches of this Scorpio super full moon. And so you can do it. It's just a little bit of a week. It's a week. Yeah, it's just about a week. And then we're going to be in the brand new spanking new moon in Taurus. So lovelies, this beginning of the week is going to be crunchy. The middle of the week looks okay. And then Saturday might be a little bit crunchy. So let's take a look. Let's start with Monday. So when you guys are seeing this, there's a lot going on with this. We have the quarter moon, the waning, losing in light, quarter moon in Aquarius. And then we have the sun in Taurus squaring Saturn in Aquarius. So on top of that, Mercury is moving into the sign of Gemini, where, yes, that is home. However, this is where Mercury is going to go retrograde in a couple of weeks. Honestly, you guys know that I've been having internet issues the past few days. I feel like this is really preparing me for Mercury retrograde because I am getting everything in tip-top shape. Okay, I had only a little bit of space left on my hard drive. I now have over 60% of my hard drive on my laptop clear. Everything is updated. I am updated to the new OS system. I have my apps updated. Everything is like running really well. So it's like the thing that I needed in order to just like get everything, tweaking all of the internet stuff and everything. So I recommend it, but I mean, you might be like me where you only do this kind of thing when it's like a real issue, where it's a real problem. So anyway, on Monday, we have Mercury entering into the sign of Gemini, and this is going to begin some of our major focus in the Geminian area of life. And this is little by little, because later in the week, Venus will enter into Gemini. And so on Monday, there's a shift. There's, something we have to accept about ourselves and work with the energies, because there are certain things that we do want to alchemize and transform. And then there are other things, either about ourselves or in our lives, that we have to work with what is already, working with where we are. So that could be in a relationship, that could be, in a personal development thing, that could be sort of, I'm just noticing, I didn't realize how skewed this looks. This must be looking like Alice through the looking glass for you guys. It's kind of funny. Let's just go with it. So yeah, this is going to be the beginning of that. And this is going to be, like I said, ultimately that we are going to need to get more information, more discussions, more research, more opinions, more ideas. Gemini likes to bounce ideas back and forth. Gemini likes options and possibilities. And so the same day that there's this waning quarter moon in Aquarius, this really does say that there are many mental energies that need to shift, our perspectives, our thinking. And with the Taurus sun squaring Saturn in Aquarius, this is like the resistance. This is the rigidity and the fixity, where Sun in Taurus is saying like, no, I want what I want. I want it now. I think it should be done this way. I want to go slower. Don't rush me. I want to just take my time. You know what I'm saying? So wherever this Taurus, area of life is where it's ruling, that's where the resistance is going to be. That's where you're going to just feel a little bit irked and not wanting to budge. but Saturn's going to win this one. Saturn wins them all. I'm just saying, it's just the truth. So especially Saturn in Aquarius. So yeah, Saturn's going to win this one. The quarter moon in Aquarius is going to win this one. And then we're coming off of the Mercury square to Jupiter in Aquarius, trining Pluto in Capricorn. So yeah, the beginning of the week is going to start a little crunchy, and you may just have to change your mind and change how you're seeing a situation, how you're thinking about something, how you're seeing someone else, however this is kind of working in your chart, and just work with what you have and just do the very best that you can and just stick to truth, love, and integrity. What I'm saying, I'm telling you guys, when you just stick to that and just trust in that, everything else is going to be okay. Everything else is going to take care of itself. So this is good energy to also check yourself, because these mental ideas, like, you know, if I say something like, okay, it's going to be a lot of discussions, a lot of mental ideas, but a lot of changing of the minds, I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about every single one of us, that there's something that we've just got to, you know, overcome, but not through going over it or around it, but going through it. And that means mentally as well. There's going to be some mental, you know, something crunchy there. And it's going to remind you of the April 26th super full moon in Scorpio, where it's like, I don't want to let it go. Remember what I said about the poop going back up there? You don't want to do that. So same thing with the mental processes. It's just going to be resisting, but it's ultimately so much better for you to just evacuate the situation. Okay. And like I said, I'm just doing like a gloss over this week ahead, because that's just far too many little nuances. That is over on Patreon, because on Patreon, the lowest tier, I do daily tarot and daily astrology. So that's where the nuances are going to be. And the next thing that we have is Thursday, the 6th, we have Venus in Taurus, trining Pluto in Capricorn retrograde. So I like this. I like Venus, Pluto stuff. And in Taurus, this is really nice, because I feel like you get some support in transforming a relationship or a relational dynamic with someone. And it could be in that Taurus area of life, or it could just take on that quality where you care about something enough to put in the work. You care about someone enough. You care about a situation enough. You care about a relationship enough, or a self-love enough, in order to do the deep soul digging and to do the unearthing, and to, you know, take a real good hard look at what you see, and have that strength to chuck what really shouldn't be there, and to change what can be made into something, and then even strengthen that which you know in your heart of hearts is very, very valuable. Okay. So look to see where Taurus and Capricorn are in your chart, and you can make some real great progress there for Thursday. And then over on Saturday, the 8th, we have Venus in Taurus squaring Jupiter in Aquarius. So again, this Venus, this is the last aspect that she's going to make before she moves into Gemini later that day on Saturday. So honestly, you guys, she just got transformed by Pluto, and now she's bumping up to Jupiter in Aquarius. And so this is an energy, what I'm getting from this, what I'm getting for the whole week is just kind of what I said in the beginning. It's just sort of like getting through it, and like, it's building character. It's a character building week. Oh, growth, yay. You know, it's like one of those weeks. So by the time you get to Saturday, there's like one last thing that's going to come up, one last thing. And then she totally changes course, and then she totally lets it all go. That's what I'm getting. This Venus in Taurus is holding on to something. She's, you know, especially in Taurus, it's possessive. It's, you know, fixed, doesn't want to budge, doesn't want to move, doesn't want to really try anything new. She just likes what she likes, and she wants what she likes, and she wants what she wants. When she enters Gemini, that is when she becomes open-minded. That is when we will be more, what's that word? It's almost like soliciting, but like from the self. It's like when you're just open to new connections and bouncing ideas back and forth and discussions and redoing something over again and trying something new, meeting new people, trying new thoughts in your head. So, you know, Saturday, it's like she is going to come up against a radical, maybe new, maybe strange, maybe odd, maybe an idea or an ideal that does not sit well with her. However, give her a little bit of time, give yourself a little bit of time on Saturday, and then you will find that you'll be either like talked into it, you can talk yourself into it, or you can sort of just see where the other side is coming from, or you can see where this other energy is coming from and what you can use it for yourself. Because this Gemini energy is going to increase, and it's going to be the focal point at the end of the month with the total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So if I can just get you guys sort of, groom you to take in more information and ideas and more thoughts and more figures, and just have a bit of a better attitude about keeping that open mind, it's going to go better for all of us for the end of the month, is to keep as open-minded as possible, and to stay open to different people and different situations developing, and not really get so stuck on one thing, one person, one situation, one way. Really, the way part, like one way of doing something, try to push it, let it go. Let that go. The how and the when is all universal. That's divine timing. And both of these moons have divine timing stamp of approval onto them. So it's right on time. It's right on time. And yeah, you guys, I just want you to be able to have a little bit more confidence this week, because it's going to be challenging. And even the middle with Venus trining Pluto, it's a trine, but that's not a judgment of good or bad. That's just the flow of energy, where it's an easy flow of energy. So it could still be a really hard day. It's going to be a really hard day for some people, but the flow of energies of what will transform you in order to evolve your ability to relate to others, or evolve your dynamic, or how you show up in relationships, or your value systems, or your money, or your finances. That's just what it's saying. So remember, we don't make judgments here. We would rather understand than judge. So honestly, this is the week that we are just going to do the very best we can with what we have, and stay in alignment with truth, love, and integrity. And that's all you can do. You just focus on your intuition. You focus on staying connected to source, and staying with your connection to the downloads that you're getting, and where your intuition is guiding you. If you're trying to push, and it's not going, take a break. Get up, walk around, take a drink of water, and come back to it. And what happens usually? We have a new idea. We have a new way of approaching the thing that we're trying to push and make it fit. So if you find that that's happening for you this week, that's that super full moon in Scorpio, just like, so take a break from it, a mental break, a physical break, put some distance between that thing and yourself. And remember, there is no pressure. That's one of the great lies. That's one of the great fallacies. There is no pressure. It's just the pressure we put on ourselves. Because if something's happening and it's slowing us down, or if something's happening and it's making us really insecure and destabilized, or if something's happening and it's making us really upset, or if something's happening and it's costing us money or losing money, all of those things are part of our paths that we need to experience in order to grow and evolve the soul. And that is the only thing we have to do here, is to learn. That's the only thing. When we don't learn, we stay in the cycles of learning and the cycles of experiences that are going to give us more experiences that we need in order to learn from it and evolve. That's why we don't judge. If someone needs to stay in a growth cycle for a very long time, so be it. We all pick our poison. So, when we exit those cycles, we enter reward cycles, and you know what? We have a different experience of karma, and then that builds some confidence, and then we are able to more easily get out of those old toxic, self-harm, self-sabotaging, or fearful, whatever the negative low vibrational cycle is, because we've already learned it. So there's all these big cycles and layers and complexities of growth. And so once we conquer it and master it, then the problem's gone. Then we don't run into those problems anymore. So if you're feeling, dating is so easy, that's all I always date, why I always attract the XYZ. No, you guys have heard me say this before. No, you don't. You attract a lot of different people. Probably you're picking those people. You're picking the people with the same issues and the same things that are going to upset you, the same things but that's what your soul is choosing at that moment. And that's what you're ready to deal with because you're choosing it. That's what you want. So you're trying to learn, you're trying to grow through it. So, no self-judgments, no pressure. Don't put any pressure on yourself and don't put pressure on others. I have this whole thing about relationships. It's never that you just know someone. You get to know someone and, okay, now I know them. No, relationships are this continually evolving dynamic between two people where you are constantly getting to know each other because you should be constantly growing. Doesn't need to be like we're all doing this really fast, intense, deep growing all the time. It's not like that either. It's not like that either. It's remember what I said before, giving each other that space and that room to have that growth, to let that growth happen. That's why you give each other an easy time. Because number one, what they do or don't do with their lives should not affect how you feel about yours, whether they choose to self-sabotage or they choose to achieve the greatest feats known to mankind. Because your path is your path. Your karma is your karma. And being in that relational dynamic, you should be uplifting each other and being there to support each other because it's a cold, cruel world. There's a lot. It's the densest planet. It's like the ghetto of the universe, planet Earth, okay? When we choose to incarnate and enter the incarnational cycle on planet Earth, we want to do a lot of learning really quick. Did you know that we're the only planet when we incarnate where we forget everything? We forget our truth. We forget what we know to be true about the laws of the universe and who we are as souls and energetic beings and oscillating energy grids. It's for another time. So yeah, that's hard, being born with that amnesia and then starting like from zero, from nothing. So let's all have some compassion for each other this week. That's all I'm saying. Let's have some compassion for each other, compassion for ourselves, take the pressure off. Everything will get done. Everything important that needs to get done will get done. Everyone that loves you will still love you by the end of the week. Everything, you know what I'm saying? And so if you are being slowed down, if you are feeling depressed, if you are having a breakdown, if you are, whatever, you're getting dumped, if you're dumping something, whatever you're dealing with this week, because it's still the Scorpio super full moon bleeding us dry. Whatever it is for you, know that you're meant to be experiencing this to learn something from it. Because I'm the Saturn baby girl here to share this with you. The sooner you learn it, the sooner it's over. Graduate. Thank you. Oh, there's a gold star. Thank you, Saturn. Okay, goodbye. It's like you can move on and, hopefully you get a little reprieve before, in between lessons. But that's what it is. That's what, just test it. Everything I say, you guys have heard from my golden oldies from the very beginning, test it. Everything I say, test it. You don't have to believe, I don't need anyone to believe this like just point blank. If it resonates with you and you get a shiver or a chill or an uplifting feeling in your chest or something in the pit of your body is telling you that it's true, then it resonates with you and we're connecting. But if someone has a little bit of fear or doubt, I say that's okay. Number one, that's okay. And that's another thing with this Geminian energy. It's okay to just be curious and explore and want more proof, want more evidence, want more, cold hard facts, want more information. I think that's freaking beautiful. Honestly, those CIA documents on my website are freaking, honestly, the CIA reading room, I could just like do that all day, every day. It's fun. It's interesting. It's just make your brain real plastic again, like a little baby, so test it, test these things. I used to think of that as my life growing up, that I was like this alien in a human body. And I was just like testing everything. And everything was like an experiment, like a hypothesis. Anyway, so you're okay, whatever's, because, and this is like the last week, the energy is going to be super low. The moon's going to be super dark and invisible. And then it's going to be like what we can build from it come next week. So just get through this week. We'll come back next week. We'll have a tea. We'll have a chat. And, it'll be good. It'll be good. Because you're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. We're all here temporarily anyway. We're all going to be reincarnated many times over until we learn. So how long do you want to be here? Not to say that it's not great being here and having, a flesh body and, drinking tea that tastes delicious and whatever. But I'm just saying that it's not your like ultimate truth. So whatever it is that's freaking you out or tweaking you out this week, whether you're past tripping or future tripping, take the pressure off of yourself. You don't have any other responsibility to anything except to yourself, your soul, and that's to learn. Okay, that was a little deep. But that's what we do here. This is what this channel is for. Okay. And let me know anything else, you guys, any special requests. And like I said, I am catching up with the monthlies because of these internet issues that I've been having. Thank you for bearing with me the last couple of days. Like I said, everything's getting in tip-top shape. So I'm going to be really ready for Mercury retrograde. Trust me, I'm keeping my jetpack on. So monthlies are coming out slowly at a reduced rate for those of you that are interested in getting them individually, or you get all of them on Patreon. It's like the second tier, I believe. So, and then I'm also including a bunch of goodies. They're longer too. So I'm just having so much fun with everything. So I love you guys. Take really, really good care of yourselves this week. Really, really, really take care of yourselves this week. Have a lot of compassion for yourself and others. Truth, love, and integrity. Okay, my dears. I will see you Wednesday I'll see you later today. I'm going to finish these monthlies first. So the weeklies on Monday might be on Tuesday. That's going to put me behind on the patron reads. So, let's all work together here because it is what it is and we have to work with it and go through this together. So I will keep you guys updated every step of the way. I love you so much. Take good care of yourselves this week, and I will see you very, very soon. Until then, dearies, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads, darlings. Mwah.